Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the status of children in the state of Tennessee, and we're fortunate to have with us the Executive Director of the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth, Ms. Linda O'Neal. Ms. O'Neal, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Haney. It's good to be with you again.
And to tell you how delighted we are to have you with us again, Ms. O'Neal. Many members of our audience will recall that quite a number of years ago we had you and Mr. Walter Hunt essentially talking about the status of children in Tennessee, and that's what we want to talk about today, to get an overview of the situation for children and youth in the state of Tennessee. But before we do that, Ms. O'Neal, let's see if we can have you to once again give us a little information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important and eventually leading you to the executive directorship of the Tennessee Commission. And then we'll talk about some of the other things about the commission itself, perhaps.
Good, I'd like to do that. I've been the executive director of the Commission on Children and Youth since 1988, so I've been there for 15.5 years. I have worked in children's services, I like to say since I was a child, because that's been my entire career. Have worked with children in the foster care system for the state of Tennessee, worked with the juvenile justice system around improving that, and have worked also as an advocate working with the legislature and with other folks to try to improve the services we provide in Tennessee for children. In terms of my academic background, I have a bachelor's degree from the University of Tennessee, where I was a history major. I have a master's degree in public administration, and I actually went to the Nashville School of Law and am a licensed attorney.
Very good. You know, Ms. O'Neal, when we talk about the status of children and youth in the state of Tennessee, essentially what we'd like to do today is to give our audience an opportunity to see exactly where we are in terms of how the state of Tennessee ranks among some of the other states. And of course, if we could first start off by talking about the commission itself, about how that organization was established and your major responsibilities.
The Commission on Children and Youth has been around in Tennessee with one name or another since the 1950s. So we have a long history. Most recently, we've been involved in a range of different things. We have 21 commission members appointed by the governor and then 5 youth members, and they serve like a board of directors for the agency. We do a lot of different things, including administering state and federal juvenile justice funds. We have 9 regional councils on children and youth across the state that are made up of citizens, service providers, advocates for children. We evaluate the systems that serve children in state custody, conduct an intensive evaluation there. And we are the partner of the Annie E. Casey Foundation to do Kids Count in Tennessee. So we work with the Casey Foundation to disseminate the National Kids Count report, and we do an annual Kids Count, the State of the Child in Tennessee report. We're very active also working with the legislature and with state departments to advocate for good public policy for children and families.
And of course, what we'd like to do later on in this program, Ms. O'Neal, is to talk about this report on Kids Count, and especially to look at the relationship between the organization here. I really didn't know the difference between the organization. I thought that that was something that was original in the state of Tennessee, but you're telling us that that is a national organization where the state of Tennessee is only one of the elements, one of the states in that organization.
The Casey Foundation funds Kids Count projects in all of the states in order to help people in the states have a better data and better understanding of how children are doing and what we can do to really improve conditions, especially for disadvantaged children. And the Tennessee Commission on Children and Youth is the Casey Foundation partner in Tennessee.
Very good. And of course now, Ms. O'Neal, what we'd like to do before we end this particular segment is to have you to sort of give us over the next couple of minutes the structure of the commission itself, and then we'll have, I think you've already indicated that you've got a number of commissioners, but let's get that structure and then we'll break and then we'll come back and we'll deal with some other things.
Okay, the Commission on Children and Youth is a relatively small state agency. We have about 50 positions. We have staff in each of the state's 9 development districts who serve as regional coordinators, and they help at the regional level bring people together for information sharing, for networking, to help them work on improving things for children in their area. We also have a team that evaluates systems serving children in state custody, and we have a team who works with the juvenile justice system, administering state and federal funds and helping improve juvenile justice programs in Tennessee.
And of course, when we come back after this very short commercial break, what we want you to do is to look at those 4 basic areas. I think you dealt with about 4 basic areas. And in this second segment, to give us as much information as you care to give dealing with each area, juvenile justice and some of those other areas that you mentioned. And of course, we're going to have to stop and take this very short commercial break, and we'll be back with our audience following this short commercial break. The topic is the status of